Good morning. Happy May the 6th. Now, you'll notice that right over there, the dude's wearing a shirt with a collar. And you think, well, that's just, he wears a shirt. Show him the brand. Show him the logo. It's an MG shirt, mate. It's the best. And so, happy Friday to you. Welcome to the people in chat. And let's get on with the Friday wrap-up and all that good stuff. On Monday past, on May the 2nd, we talked about the names of the shows done every weekday. Like on Monday, it's called Happy Monday for short, SEO Tips Tuesday. Wednesday is The Mind, which gives us blank slate. Thursday's B2B. Friday today is the Friday wrap-up. And there you have it. That was Monday's show. The show notes are available, as I always say, at the GuyerCookReport.podbean.com. Just go there and have a look, and you'll see the show notes. Easy as cake. Tuesday, on the SEO tips, we covered three things. First, we dealt with how to find local directories. Now, it's one thing if you're selling garden seeds to everyone in the world, then SEO's pretty simple at that level. Where it gets to be difficult, a challenge, is when you want to be the number one garden seed seller in Seattle or in Chicago or in New York. Then you got to think of driving traffic to your store, to your brick and mortar storefronts, what I'm trying to say. So the SEO becomes a little bit more difficult. The second thing we talked about in SEO tips is the link from Bruce Clay. God bless him. Monitoring social media traffic, tricks, tips, and tools. The 3 T's. Tricks, tips, and tools for SEO. Finally, on that day, Search Engine Journal talked about 15 marketing podcasts that you really should listen to. Give that a go, and that's what prompted me to discover that if you've got a podcast, have it on iTunes. If it's not on iTunes, find out why and get it that way. Enough said. Thursday, or no, where did I go? I went from Tuesday to Thursday. Well, we kind of left out Wednesday, so let's go back to Wednesday just for a second. On Wednesday, the topic, The Mind, was about podcasting. We had a link for 11 killer podcast promotion tips because the guy said on Monday past, if you've got the greatest podcast in the world, which ours is kind of already in the world because we've got England, we've got United States, and we're nice people. What more could you ask for?
Very nice.
So, 11 killer podcast promotion tips on the show notes for Wednesday. And even though Apple didn't invent podcasting, we talked just briefly about how to get your podcast into the iTunes podcast directory. It's a primary place people go to find podcasts. I think it's the iOS platform does them quite easy to do. I'm not an iOS fanboy, but the people that are seem to think that that's the only thing.
We were talking this morning, weren't we, about somebody wanted to take his YouTube videos and then move them into podcasting.
Right.
You remember when we were talking to Donald?
Yeah, Blab Cafe. That's right. And I hope that he's gonna have a go at that because I think his show would be a really good way to introduce new services, new products. That's what his Blab Cafe is about. So give that a listen. So the summary then on Wednesday, we compared the three, what I consider to be the three biggest repositories, biggest podcast hosts, if you will. And we talked about Blueberry, Libsyn, and Podbean. We got the links in there to compare the plans, and you can make your own choice. I personally use Podbean. I know a number of people that use Podbean, and it's working. I have no problems there. Yesterday on B2B, we talked about should a small business do podcasting? What are the advantages? What are the 3 reasons? And this came from Shannon Huppin, a post that she wrote for Diva Hound blog. The 3 reasons that she enumerated, and we visited them in the show. There's less competition in local podcasting. True that. You can get up close and personal with the person and speak just to that person. I want you to come to my tire store. It's right downtown on Main Street in the town where you live. That's how personal you can get. And you can give in-depth information. You can say, okay, this is the new teacup that we've got for the Guy or Cook Report. And you'll notice the handle is on the right side, so you can hold it with your right hand. Now, on special order, we can give you the all-new left-handed cup, so you can hold it with your left hand. There's an additional fee, of course, because that's custom-made, and the packaging and everything. And there's going to be a set of instructions we have to write up. So it'll be a spendy proposition. And enough silliness, let's get to shout-outs. As always, we start off with the shout-out for our good friend, Fraser Ramsey. He's the chief, I think he's the chief cook and bottle washer at Edinburgh Dusters. And it's the company that likes to clean, and so if you want to have a cleaner that'll sweat like a chicken in the oven, that's the guy to get. Fraser Ramsey has got to be Calvin, your camera went away. Fraser's efforts at cleaning par none. He's the best, okay? So if you're in Edinburgh, Scotland, and you need cleaning done, give him a ring. Also, a big thank you to blab.im. It's fast becoming a streaming media lion in the jungle, if you will, that performs quite well for the purpose of live streaming and making things happen here. The folks at YouTube, big thanks to them for the space they give us for our video to be uploaded. The thing that you're watching here, we can put onto YouTube, and you can view it there. I'd invite you to subscribe and be a part of the community when you do that. You can listen to the latest podcast under the Guy or Cook Report on the following links, and that's in the show notes. We're on Stitcher, we're on Spreaker, we're on iTunes, we're on Podbean.com. That's the Guy or Cook Report.podbean.com that I keep talking about. And as well as YouTube. And the link to our WordPress-powered blog that's going to have all of the show notes in there is in that too. So just remember to go to the Guy or Cook Report.podbean.com, and you've got it. Welcome back, sir.
Apologies if the browsing crashed.
It's probably the Queen probably did something, pushed a button. You know, she's not real technical. She has staff that does that, and so could have been. It's possible. But we won't dwell on that because it's almost time to end the show, and to do that, we got to say those 3 magic words. Simple as, it's a wrap.